something isn't right. Something is not right. I need to get off this elevator. This guy is freaking me out. Back to my channel, or if you are brand new, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell so you will be notified every single time that I upload. Now today's video, I feel like it's so like throwbackish. You guys know me and my elevators. I have like this weird thing for elevators. I mean, that sounds like really weird, but I love elevators. And you guys know, one of my favorite paranormal games is the elevator game. I love the elevator game. I think I'm the only person on the planet that has played it the amount of times that like I've played it. I've played it more than anybody, I think, in this world. And I've played it off camera before numerous times. I've never even told you guys about that. So I'm kind of crazy and I'm gonna continue playing it, you know? So I was like, when I came across this story, I was like, heck yes! So, the yellow raincoat is apparently a true story about a Korean woman who has this terrifying encounter in an elevator. And I purposely wore yellow for this story. So this woman lived in an apartment complex with her husband and her young daughter. Her husband was always working and her daughter was very young, so she was a stay-at-home mother. So one day, this woman had to run some errands and she brought her daughter with her. When her and her daughter got back to the apartment complex, they went to the elevator in the lobby, they pressed the button, the elevator doors opened, and inside they saw a man wearing a yellow raincoat, and he also had a yellow hat on his head. So the woman got on the elevator with her daughter, she pressed the number to her floor, and she felt very uneasy by this man. This man kept looking at the floor, like he would not look up, and she could not see his face, and it was almost as if he was doing this on purpose, so she couldn't see his face. Like, it was just, I got chills just thinking about it. Like, I freaking love elevators, but like people on elevators can be really sketchy and just kind of like shady and just like, what the heck is going on? And you know what I mean? Like, you just never know, because when the doors close and then you press your floor, it's like, you know, what is this person, you know, what are their intentions? Like, what are they doing? Like, are they following? Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I can be paranoid and stuff, but you know, she was getting really weird vibes from this guy. So as the elevator started moving, the woman was looking at the man out of the corner of her eye because, you know, she's like, okay, I don't trust this guy. There's something sketchy about his ass, so I'm gonna keep watching him. And she noticed that he was holding something very tight to his side that was wrapped in newspaper. She was like, okay, what the heck is he holding? What the heck is this man holding? You know, automatically you start thinking this, that, but like, you know, she was freaking out inside, but she was trying to keep her cool. She had her daughter with her. Her daughter was on the other side, away from this man. So this elevator ride, it just felt like it was taking forever. It was going so slow. There was so much silence in this elevator, and she glanced over at the buttons and she noticed the only button that was lit up was for her floor. So, you know, is this guy on her floor? That's what she's thinking. Like, is he on my floor? Like, what the heck? Why didn't he press a button? Because when I came in, I had to press the button for it to light up, for the elevator to move up. So she was like thinking about all these things in her head, like, okay, something isn't right. Something is not right. I need to get off this elevator. This guy is freaking me out. So the elevator is still moving up very slowly. I don't know how many floors are in this apartment complex. But then, you know, she's starting to put things together and she's like, you know what? What the heck? This man is wearing a freaking raincoat and a hat. It is bright sunshine outside. It was not raining at all today. Why the hell is he wearing a raincoat? There is something totally off with this man. She started panicking, so she took out her cell phone. She was like, you know what? My husband is still at work. She's saying this in her head. My husband's still at work, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm talking to him on the phone and that he's home and that he's waiting for me, so then this man can hear, and if he's like planning to do something like kill me or something, then he will not do that because he will know that my husband is waiting for me. So she picked up her phone, pretending to call her husband, and was like, hey baby, hey, like, you know, I'm in the elevator right now. I'm gonna be, you know, my floor, I'm coming to my floor very soon. Can you unlock the door for me? So she wanted him to think that her husband was home. So if he was gonna try something, then he couldn't do it because her husband would be at the front door of their apartment. So, you know what I mean? You know, smart girl, smart. I would do the same thing. Finally, the elevator made it to their floor. Woo, finally. And she just like, whoop, she snatched her daughter and they ran off the elevator together, and she was just like speed walking away. I have to get away from this man. This is freaking the hell out of me. Woo. But girl, this woman glanced back as she's speed walking away, and she noticed the man also got off the elevator on that floor and was right behind her. He was slowly following her right behind her, like, guys. So she made it to her door with her daughter. She started banging on the door like, husband, like, you know, even though he's not really in there, because remember her fake phone call with him in the elevator? He's not really home. So she's like panicking. That's why she's banging on the door, telling her husband, you know, acting as if her husband is coming to the door to unlock the door. So this creepy man who's walking past it, like, I'm gonna start calling him Georgie. Why the hell is he wearing a yellow raincoat? Like, okay, Georgie. So this creepy man in the raincoat, or Georgie I should say, this Georgie wannabe, he notices that the woman's banging on the door to her apartment, and I guess he thinks like, okay, like maybe the husband is coming. So she notices that he stops dead in his tracks. He turns around and he starts walking towards the elevator again. So she's like watching him like he better motherfudging get back on that elevator, and that door better close, because I don't want to see this guy ever again. So she's watching him, making sure he gets back inside that elevator. The door's closed and she's like, ah, woo, finally, like, girl, what the heck was that all about? So she keeps trying to punch in the key code for her door to open, and she was just freaking out inside. She couldn't even remember the number. She kept messing it up. She was panicking so much. So she glances back at the elevator. Girl, the elevator door is open and the man is just standing there staring at her. Now she can't see his face, like he's looking down, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's like a horror movie. And she's like, oh my God, like she's saying this in her head, holy crap, he can hear that I'm typing in my key code, and like he knows that my husband isn't in there. He knows that I've been lying. He knows that my phone call was a fake phone call to my husband and nobody's coming to the door. Woo! So guys, oh my God, this like freaks me out so much. So Georgie wannabe, he's in the elevator, right? Still watching her, and he's just like, you know what? Well, I don't know what he's really saying. He's a freak. He starts running down the hallway towards this woman. The woman starts screaming. So she is completely freaking out. She's screaming. She's like, oh my God. So she's trying one more time to get inside the door. Finally, it opens. She pushes her daughter inside, and then she notices the man is still coming, like he's still running so fast. Thank God this hallway seems like it's pretty long, you know what I mean? Because like, if her door, if her apartment was right beside the elevator, she would have been screwed. But it seems like she is like really far down, which is great. So she managed to get inside of her apartment super fast. She slammed the door, and as she slammed the door, it's like a horror movie, she sees the Georgie wannabe, the guy in the yellow raincoat, like he's right there at the door, and she slams the door in his face. She locks all the locks. Woo! Girl, she's freaking out. She looks through the little peephole and she sees them there, just standing there. Her heart is racing. She then notices that he has a knife in his hand. I mean, she's feeling better because she locked the door, she's inside, but she's still like, her heart is still going like this. She's panicking, she's screaming, what the heck am I gonna do? Like, who is this man? Who the hell is this man? She's still looking at him through the peephole. He's still standing there with his knife, pretending to be Georgie from It. He still has that knife, and she's just like, what the heck is gonna happen? Like, what the heck is gonna happen? I need to call the police. But then he decides to just walk away. He just calmly puts his hand down with the knife, and he walks away, and she watches him walk away. Now, obviously, she can't see where exactly he's going, and she's scared to open the door because he could run back and, you know, try to stab her or do something crazy. So, he just leaves, and she's just still looking through the peephole like, okay, like, is he gonna come back? Is he gonna come back? I don't even want to leave my apartment ever again. Like, what about when my husband gets home? Like, this is so scary. So after that night, things were okay. She never really saw this man ever again. I mean, obviously she was probably freaked out to leave her apartment. Like, what the heck? Like, who was that man? I don't even think she reported him. Like, what the heck? Or maybe she did. I don't know. But the story's messed up. So a few months later, she was watching the news, and her heart fell into her stomach. She felt sick to her stomach because she saw this man on TV. He was in custody. He was a serial killer. He killed over 20 women and men. He mutilated their bodies and he ate them. Well, he ate parts of his victims, but still, that is effed up. And she said when she saw him on the news, he was still wearing that same Georgie wannabe Raincoat. Yellow Raincoat. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this creepy story. I mean, just the fact that she was in the elevator, which felt like forever going up to her floor. It must have felt like forever for this woman. And the fact that he wouldn't even lift up his head. She never even saw his face. It was like he was purposely doing that. Oh, man. That gives me chills. People, like you guys know, I am not afraid of ghosts or anything in the paranormal. I live for it. It is the love of my life. Like, I absolutely live for it. I have like butterflies right now. And just like my heart is just like, just thinking about the paranormal. It's the love of my life. I love it so much. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, people are just, I almost said the F word. People are just effed up, y'all. People are just effed up. But I don't know, I was about to say something like really important, but I guess I didn't really. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, people terrify me way more. Even though like the paranormal doesn't terrify me, I live for it. Like I said, that's why like I have like butterflies and like my heart just like flutters when I think about the paranormal. But people terrify me. You just can't trust them. And what people are capable of is just horrifying to me. It scares the crap out of me. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hashtag Team Birdie 44. Hashtag Buns. Hey! And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.